What is going on, Internet? Welcome back to JD's NerdVerse. My name is JD. We are playing through Pokemon Blue with Sandshrew / no pun intended there. And first battle up against Bulbasaur. We chose to go against Bulbasaur. Charizard wouldn't have been kind of neutral because we're ground type. Blastoise would have been a pretty good choice, but I thought its natural opposition grass type was the proper one to pick for this playthrough. So, before I get too far into this, two things. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. It's Twitter, it's JD's NerdVerse, and on Instagram, it's JD's _nerd_verse. And subscribe to this channel. We get videos like this all the time. Smash that like button and hit the notification bell. That way you can get videos like this all the time and watch my videos as they come out. I've got a lot more coming out here soon. And a little bit of the rules for this playthrough. It is a running clock. I can only pause it for a couple certain scenarios. For example, Lieutenant Surge's gym, I pause it until I actually fight him because you can never judge how long it is to take to get that button, the right buttons clicked to get the door open. I also pause it sometimes if I have too much stuff and I unload them into drawers and I have to do some errands. I try not to hold that against the Pokemon. And then there's a third scenario, which I've only come across it once. And that is if I need to pay a bunch of money to get a move in the game corner. It takes a lot of time. There's 50. Yeah, you can only buy 50 coins at once in Gen 1, so it takes a long time. So I don't penalize the Pokemon for that. So playing through with Sandshrew / Sand/, no pun intended again. Starting off with Sandshrew has the basic stats you need in the game: attack and defense. Not a great speed, but attack and defense are very solid with Sandshrew. And even with Sand/, when it evolves, it goes up to over 100 for attack and defense. And with some vitamins and such, you can make the attack and defense even higher. Speed is also something that goes up a little bit. Not great, but a little bit. But it has a decent hit point. So there's some things with this Pokemon that are great. So that is one thing I think is great. Attack and defense is good, so it can give some damage. It can take some damage. Speed isn't that great, but early in the game, doesn't counter too much. I mean, we actually fight Onyx. You're going to see an Onyx fight here, and we're not outspeeding him. He goes first. So it really throws off our battle a little bit. But regardless of that, let's go over the moveset for Sandshrew real quick. And just watch some battles we're fighting here. We pretty handily take care of our opposition for the most part of most of this game. Level up move. Scratch, not a great move. Honestly, it's not. It could be better, could be worse. Sand attack, it's okay, but we really don't use it very much. Slash. We get it very early with Sandshrew, so that's good because it's a very good move. It's a very strong move early, especially to have it early in the game. A lot of things can't counter it. Even Rock type can take a decent amount of damage to it. Poison Sting and Swift are not great, and I don't even think we use Swift very long. I think we get rid of it pretty quickly, and Fury Swipes we never even use. But what's really nice about Sandshrew is its level up moveset. Its TM moveset. So you have Swords Dance, which is amazing to have. It boosts your attack stat very high, +2 every time you do it. +2 in stages. Body Slam, obviously you have Double Edge and Takedown, which can be useful. Seismic Toss, which can be useful. Earthquake, Fissure, Dig. You can relearn Swift. You can learn Rock Slide, which is very helpful, especially against the Elite Four. So there's definitely a lot of path here to victory. That's the best way I can put it. There's a path to victory. You have options. And early in the game, here's what the strategy is. So usually I play through, and I'll watch a playthrough by somebody, whether it's J Rose 11 or Scott's Thoughts. Just do a little scouting. Just watch the beginning, and then I kind of casually do it, just to kind of get an idea of what I'm dealing with. So unless I missed something, I didn't see a video by those guys to kind of do a little bit of scouting on. So I basically just looked at the moveset and be like, okay, I think at level 17, that's what we need to get to be able to beat Brock's gym. Because I don't want to keep fighting Brock's gym and losing. It just takes too much time. If you just saw my Pikachu playthrough, which released a couple days ago, you probably noticed that I tried to fight Brock multiple times. And that took up a lot of time. Because we're fighting and we're not gaining experience, we're not leveling up. It's just we're fighting for the sake of fighting. So, not the greatest thing ever. So I was like, let's pick a point. We'll get to this point, and then we'll level, and then we'll play from there. So that was my thought process. So we're leveling up. Right now we're facing the junior trainer, I think is what it's called. in Brock's gym. And honestly, we don't do great against it, but we get enough experience, and we're really close to getting level 17. So we get to level 17, and then we fight Brock. And I'm going to let the battle play a little bit while I take a drink of my drink. So the strategy here is, as usual with any playthrough, is to knock out Geodude. Get Geodude off the board. Get him off the board. He's just going to use Defense Curl. He can really stall you out, so to speak. He can use up a lot of your power points. Then you want to get to Onyx. Now, if you notice there, Onyx tackled me, which means at level 17, I'm still not outspeeding Onyx. So that makes this very tricky to use to defeat him when it comes to Bide. Bide, I've explained it before, but I'll explain it again. If you attack after he initiates Bide, whatever attack you give him, he doubles it back on his on the turn where he unleashes all of his damage. And it seems to be to me, this is something I noticed, that even if you use Sand Attack, it doesn't seem to affect his damage at all, or his accuracy at all. So I've noticed that. It's just something I've been noticing. And like right here, I've just decided to go for Broke. Now he gets a Bite off, and almost knocks me out. So we get lucky, and 17 was the exact number we needed. I don't think Scratch would have been enough. I don't think it would have been enough. But the next part of this game is very simple, because nothing we face is going to be a one-hit or a two-hit. So we're not going to take a lot of damage. It's a good thing about Sandshrew is he can take a lot of damage. He may not be the fastest, but the way we countered his lack of speed, honestly, is we're higher level. If we're high enough level, we're usually going to be faster than Pokemon a little bit lower level than us. So that's how we're countering that right now. So very useful, very helpful, and we're just one-hitting everything. Now, I do have to be careful and manage my power points. Scratch, I believe, or Slash is 20. Scratch, I believe, is 30 or 35. But I don't want to have to rely on Scratch. It doesn't do a lot. In case we get in a fight where someone like avoids our accuracy or something, or lowers our accuracy, I just don't want to have to be stuck in a situation where I have to rely heavily on Scratch. So I'm using Scratch early, and then I can fall back on Slash. Now, we actually, in this playthrough, we actually skip a decent amount of battles that I would usually fight because we got so over-leveled early. And as I'm like playing it, I'm realizing more and more as I'm playing it, I'm getting more. This Pokemon was one I was very confident in as I was playing. There's not a lot of Pokemon I have the utmost confidence in, but you're gonna see later. I'll show you when it happens. There's a lot of times things I would have just for safety purposes would have just gone and healed at something, then come back or whatever. But in this case, it was completely different. It's completely. I'll show you when I come across it. So we're pretty much steamrolling through this early part of the game. And Sandshrew levels up to Sandslash at level 22. So at level 22, we're going to get our attack and defense are going to be very high with a decent speed. So that's going to improve as well once we level up. And now we destroy Caterpie. We beat Metapod. He ain't going to do nothing back. He just harden. And so early, it's just about managing your power points and going back and healing when you need to. So that's more or less what the beginning part of the game is. Now, in Mount Moon, we can't really get much in Mount Moon. You get HP up, which is fine. But you also, you can't get Mega Punch. It doesn't make sense. He has hands. That doesn't make sense to me. But you can't get Mega Punch. So there's not really any moves in here you can get. There's nothing we're going to get that drastically improves our capabilities. So ability is just about getting through Mount Moon. Maybe getting some experience here and there. Picking up a rare candy, a potion here or there. But that's mainly what our purpose is to do in Mountain Moon right now. And I'll obviously get the Dome Fossil. All hail the Dome Fossil. And, yeah. The next couple battles, I believe, yeah. It's just the ones I know we're going to win. There's one in here I took a risk on. Because I wanted to see kind of how powerful Slash really was. So here in a second, you'll see a fight against the, I think it's a junior trainer or I think it's a lass. Where she has like 3 grass type or 2 grass type and a Pidgey, something like that. Not this one, it's the next battle. And in this battle, I mainly just want to check and see how good or bad Sandshrew is against grass type. How good is Slash? Is it enough to compensate for the fact that we are weak to grass type? So that's what this is all about. So that's what this battle right here is for. So this level 11, we're way higher, but Slash is a one-hit knockout. That's very, very encouraging. especially because we have two gym leaders coming up that we are very weak to. Water type with Misty, and then Erica is grass type. So these battles are trivial, to say the least. They're not very hard battles. That's the best way I can put it. We're over leveled, so we just got to survive with enough power points to get through. That's mainly the point here. Also, doesn't hurt to get a Pokemon that we need to get through the game, like Paris. So we pick up Paris while we're in here as well. So my initial thoughts on Sandshrew when I started looking this stuff up. I've never played through a Sandshrew. I've never used Sandshrew. Never even considered Sandshrew. Sandshrew actually is a very solid Pokemon. I'm not even BSing you. I'm not kidding around. Sandshrew's solid. He's very solid. He has the stats that are just like the perfect stats to get through a single playthrough. Speed is good enough. Attack is good. Defense is good. Those are three stats that are great, and his hit points aren't horrible. He has, I wouldn't say the perfect stats, but he has great stat. I would say good balance. He doesn't have great special, but he has very good balance for the most part. And his moves, I've mentioned this in other playthroughs where a Pokemon can snowball or gains momentum. And we're leveled up to Sandslash right here. What I mean by that is we level up. As we progress through the game, we progress our moves. Like there's some Pokemon you get a move and you don't have another move for another 30 moves or 30 levels or whatever. Or for a good third of the game or something like that. That's not the case with Sandshrew. So we have Slash right now. So we can pretty much blast through whoever we're facing right now with Slash. Except for maybe a Rock type. But as soon as we get through this, we have two options after we beat our rival in Nugget Bridge. We can get Seismic Toss if we really wanted to. But we're not going to. But if we really wanted to, we could have. But it wouldn't last very long. We're getting better moves than Seismic Toss anyway after a little time. So that's why I didn't go the route of getting that. But you go right after you get... you can get Seismic Toss. Maybe a minute later, you can get Dig. And then Dig opens up. It's just a one-hit knockout you can get for just about anything you face except for Bird-type Pokemon. It's very effective. It's very powerful. And I believe it's like part of the reason why we beat Misty is because we had Dig. So you're seeing the part right now where we steamroll through Nugget Bridge, we steamroll through whatever route that is, and get all the way to I don't think I show actually Bill's house, but with the moveset we have a limit. We only have 3 moves right now. We don't even have 4 moves, but it's enough that we're doing pretty much knockout damage every time, just about within 2 hits. I don't recall, unless we've scratched, it might get more than 2 hits. But very solid, and it's a good move to have for this portion of the game. If we only had scratch, we'd be in trouble. If we had some other move, we might be in trouble. But other than the rock type we come across up here with the hiker, we straight up. I don't think we don't have really any issues with trainers, other than we have to worry a little bit about power points. But then, like I said, we get Dig, and once we get Dig, maybe 5 minutes later, what do we get? We get Body Slam. So, yeah, like I said, it snowballs. And then shortly after Body Slam, we go through Rock Tunnel. Guess what? Oh, you get Rock Slide. So now you have a really diverse moveset that, everyone, that you can take on anyone with. And so the next portion of the game gets really easy. So Nugget Bridge, like I said, I don't think we haven't gone back and heal since our arrival. So we steamrolled our arrival. We take very minimal damage there. So now we're destroying Team Rocket at the end of the bridge. And there's an elixir up here, and we might have had to go back if we didn't decide to use this elixir. But that was just an executive decision I made on my part. Like, should we go ahead and get this elixir, and then we don't have to go back and heal? And it was the right call. We were just destroying everything. So there's some points in this game where you just don't go back go back and heal. One point in that is after you beat Misty and you're going towards the SSSN, you don't have to go back and heal. You don't go back and heal because you want to dig back to Misty's after you defeat Lieutenant Surge. So you have to have enough moves. You have to have enough power points to get through whatever attacks you want to do on the SSN. Like getting, you can get Body Slam. That's one attack you have to do. You can get Rare Candy. That's another one. If you want to do more than that, you just got enough power points, or else you got to heal, and then you can't dig back to Celeron City. So now we're about to face. It's another last, okay. And So that's like one part in every game that I do. I don't heal. I don't have to. I don't go back and heal. It's pretty consistent. I might heal with a potion, but I don't have to go back to a Poke Center. So what I did with this one is I noticed more and more in this one that I've noticed fights that I don't have to heal. So for example, I go and fight Giovanni. Okay, that means I had to fight I don't usually. As soon as I go into Rocket Hideout, I go in and I fight all the fights and I come out and I would usually dig out and then fly to Lavender Town and then I'd heal. This time I did not do that. I went and fought Giovanni. I dug out. I flew to Lavender Town. I went right in to fight the rival. And from there, I went all the way through until the healing spot. And I had such confidence in it. I've not played through a playthrough yet where I had that level of confidence that I would beat my opponents that bad. So that's the difference that I noticed with Sandshrew. So maybe it's just me getting more comfortable with the runs. That's also possible. So there's a handful of Pokemon I'm going to play through to see if I can clean up the runs and get it under an hour and 30 minutes. But this is the first run, and you're going to see this. I'm not going to cut through. I'm going to cut after the rival fight. But you're going to see I go and I don't stop training. I don't level. I don't heal or anything. That's like I went from beating Giovanni to flying to Blaine's gym, going and fight all the trainers in Blaine's gym, beating Blaine, and then flying immediately to Sabrina without leveling up. Like all those things are happening all in unison. Like this is the first playthrough I've had where I've had that level of confidence dealing with what I'm dealing with. So now we're about to face Misty. Sorry, I just wanted to go off on that. This is something I noticed in the process of filming this that I've enjoyed was I didn't have to. I just had such level of confidence in what I was doing, or the Pokemon. Maybe it's a Pokemon, and it could be a combination of me doing this. So Slash is a one-hit, and Poison Sting was pointless. I shouldn't have wasted time to learn it, so it was pointless. We deleted it in like 30 seconds. So like in like 2 minutes from now, we delete it. So Starmie outspeeds me. So we got it. We can maybe tank one more hit. Water Gun gets a critical hit, so that was close. Bubble Beam probably would have knocked us out. But we get a dig, and we get the knockout. So, good. That's benefit of being defense. Now, that's the downside of being slow, is we get outsped. So, Pokemon that would usually be an issue, like the Pidgey right here, are not really an issue, unless we miss an attack, obviously. But Quick Attack doesn't really do much damage. We're a rock type. Our defense is very high. So, that trainer usually can be an issue because she can just, sand attack the crap out of you. And this trainer, he's not an issue. It's just they're a little bit stronger Pokemon than what you're usually dealing with at this point. So now we face our rival. At this point in the game, we have Slash, we have Dig, we have Body Slam, and we have Sand Attack still. One-hit knockout for Pidgeotto. One-hit knockout for Raticate. One-hit knockout for Kadabra. One-hit knockout for Ivysaur. Boom. Demolished our rival. Sandslash was such dominance over our rival. Now we're facing Lieutenant Surge and his weak gym. So we're probably not even using the right moves here. Honestly, we're not. 2 knockouts in a row, and Raichu is not quite 3, but he doesn't do any damage to us. We don't even have to heal. He does outspeed us, though. So, and now we're in Rock Tunnel. So I usually use Rock Tunnel to also to just promote my my socials real quick. I'll do it one more time. I did a little bit earlier. It's at JD's NerdVerse on Twitter and at JD's _nerd_verse on Instagram. So now usually when you go through Rock Tunnel, you have some slowpokes in here that you face that you don't really have. No one really has like a massive advantage over them other than like electric type Pokemon. But you're at the point in the game where this can be a tough part for some playthroughs. Like, for example, if I didn't have Slash, Oddish could definitely drain a lot of energy out of me and drain a lot of my hit points. But Slash, it's just too powerful for the grass types at this level to handle. But we have to worry about one type of trainer through here, and that's hikers. Usually hikers can be like a reset possibility where you have to go back to your last save point. And it's possible. They definitely are because you can't do a lot of damage unless they're weak to you. So for like example, if they're weak to you, like what would be an example, like water, if they're weak to you, water, grass, things like that. But that's a one-hit knockout from Dig. So it's just a too powerful hit. And we have that with this. We have the ability to have those powerful hits to avoid what would usually be like massive blows or potentially one-hit knockouts from the Hikers and Geodudes. But instead, we're using Dig. We're avoiding these big hits. And then I love when this happens. When they throw out a Pokemon, they use a self-destruct, this pansy strategy, and then you Dig, avoid it, and then you throw someone out, and then boom, you knock them out in one hit. One turn takes out 2 Pokemon. It's like the perfect scenario. It's the perfect scenario in every time it happens. So now, I hit the wrong button. It's okay though. We use Dig, self-destruct, pulls out Geodude, Dig, knock it out. Good. And then the last one, we outspeed, so we Dig, self-destruct, we don't get hit. I do hate wasting the power point, but it's okay. Once you get past this point, you really just start dealing with one or two trainers, and one's optional. This one's not. This one has the Meowth, and I think it's a Pidgey. And I don't know what the third Pokemon is. Not a difficult Pokemon at all. Not difficult to fight. Not difficult for anything. We get the 3 knockouts, and we exit the tunnel, and we fight the person to the left because it's such an easy win. It's so easy. Pidgey and Pidgeotto, they can't do anything to us really. Slash is a one-hit for, I believe it's a one-hit for both of them. So I think Pidgeotto, it's also a one-hit, even though Pidgeotto does that. No, we missed. And one hit. Okay, it is a one-hit. So now we're heading towards, is it Celadon City? I can never remember these city names. We're heading towards Celadon, and in Celadon, a couple things open up for us. 1, we can get Fly. Okay, 2, we can get Rock Slide. 3, we have a gym leader we can take on, but we got Rock Slide, we got Fly, and now we're going to take on Team Rocket, Giovanni, all that good stuff. And we're one-hit shotting both of these. Yep, one shot each. So right now you're looking at our move set. For the most part, that's everything we're going to have except for 2 moves we're going to add here in a little bit. So we have Slash, Body Slam, Dig, and Rock Slide. Now Dig is going to be replaced by a move that's similar to Dig. It just doesn't take 2 turns and doesn't work outside of battle. And I don't want to risk digging out of the Victory Road or something like that. So as soon as our need for Dig ends, we replace it with a more reliable move, an Earthquake, which you should know that if you've ever seen a playthrough. Someone has Earthquake, you throw it on their roster for moves. So that's one, and then there's also Sword Dance. We're gonna get Sword Dance as well. If you've ever played this game, you know how heavily Sword Dance, how good or useful it is. And I can't believe I grabbed TM2. I usually avoid that because I can't learn it anyway. But it is what it is. So now we're facing Coughing. And we're facing this guy who has the lift key. Like I said, they're one-hit knockouts. We're not taking any damage. I don't think we take really any damage until we get to Tweedledee and Tweedledum. If you've seen my videos before, you should know who Tweedledee and Tweedledum are. Now, I've not cut away from any of the Team Rocket stuff. I've just gone straight through. Let you see, like, uncut everything I do to get through Team Rocket. So if you ever want to do a playthrough, this is kind of a good... I don't want to say an explanation, just a good showcasing of how to get through and what all you can experience and probably fight the minimum amount of battles if that's what you're trying to do. So now I'm just trying to get through this, and yep, okay. I mean, when I used to play, I used to go and get everything possible because I don't remember what's back there. I don't go down those steps ever. I think what's down there is like some kind of potion. And we'll go over here. I think there's an iron we can get. It'll help our defense. We don't really need the help on our defense, but it does boost our defensive stats. So now we got to fight Tweedledee and Tweedledum. So that's what I've named these guys. They're just there. They're not very good. They both have the same Pokemon. One of them has their one of them evolved. One has the other one evolved. Both are one-hit knockouts. I don't think Sandslash is a one-hit knockout, but I think Dig... Oh, it's close, but not quite. Beat 1 as Tweedledee. I just realized that you win 690 gold or coins from them, or cash, or Pokédollars, whatever it's called. Nice, 690. So let's see if he gives 692. If that's just like where it's at in the game, where you get that amount of money when you win against this type of. Yep, 690, same thing. So now we're facing Giovanni. Giovanni is not that difficult. With Dig, if we didn't have Dig, it might be a little more difficult. He can't really do a lot of damage to us. So we basically just have to use Dig. He can't do a lot of damage to us. Dig is a 100 base power in Generation 1. And so I don't know if Kangaskhan's a one-hit. Nope, Kangaskhan's a two-hit. But I just go for Dig again just to solidify. Now, right here, watch. I'm not going to cut away the screen. I don't think I do. And I don't learn Swift. I could have, but I don't need to. Okay, so here I Dig. And this is the first Pokemon I ever had the confidence that I have to go right to against our rival again. I probably could have done that with Pikachu, honestly, because the first two Pokemon are just easy takeouts because of Electric. I'm going to save right here. And I'm going to go right for it. Not even pausing, not even doing anything. Just going right for the rival kill. Slash, one-hit knockout, yes it is. Gyarados, Rock Slide, one-hit knockout, yes it is. Growlithe, Slash, one-hit knockout, yes it is. I believe Kadabra is a one-hit knockout. And then our rival's primary Pokemon, Ivysaur, don't even give him a chance to do a Leaf attack on us, a Grass attack. Very easy, very good knockout. So now we face, now we're facing these three Rocket guys after we beat Marowak, of course. We're facing these three Rocket guys. They're not really that difficult. We just basically, they're like a means to an end. We have to face them to get to Mr. Fuji, to get the Pokeflute. So as you're noticing, we're at an hour right now. We're right at an hour. So I'll give you kind of a hint. We are right at just under an hour with Venusaur or Bulbasaur coming out of Rock Tunnel. And we've already beaten the Rocket Hideout, and we've already beaten Poke Tower. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. Now, we have not beat Erica's Gym. That is definitely something we're going to do right after this. It's the next thing we do. I was very weary because I know that Sandshrew's speed is not great. I know it's not the greatest speed out there. So I was worried that we wouldn't outspeed the Victory Bell. But we got to such a high enough level, like, you know what? We have to try. We have to take that shot of being able to one-shot Victory Bell and not, having to take a Razor Leaf. So, yeah, we talked to him. I think I skipped through most of this part. We get out of there. Okay, we're facing Erica's Gym now. And, again, I didn't have to leave and go heal. I was very confident. I healed before this, obviously. And the only reason I did that, because usually I'll fly back to Celadon City, and then I'll go right towards Snorlax, wake it up, knock it out, and then go right for Koga's Gym and go to Fuchsia City. But what I did was I went back and accidentally healed. I'm like, shoot. Well, now I kind of need to go for Erica's Gym and get it out of the way. So these trainers are not hard. It was never the trainers in the gym that I was worried about. It's always Erica. Because Victory Bell is a very strong Pokemon. Whatever your opinions are of Victory Bell, has some very good attacks. Okay? Very good attacks. So we get the knockout here against Gloom, and that was the biggest concern I had was, will we be able to beat Erica? Will we one-shot Erica, all of her Pokemon, or at least the first one? Because I think we one-shot Victory Bell, and I think we two-shot Tangela. And I think Vileplume gets a Petal Dance off against us, and it does so much damage. So I'm just checking everything, checking stats. Do I have enough to get through? And I'm like, yep, we got 5. That should be enough to get through. And am I going to do it? Yep, I'm saving it right here. Yep, there we go. So we're going to take on Erica. So here is the gym leader number 4 at level 39. We're actually very high level to be taking on this gym leader. But just where everything fell in this game. Victory Bell. Will it one hit? Yes, it does. One hit knockout. Tangela is not a one-hit, I don't think. Barely. Just missed it. But we get this 2-hit knockout, the Toko. We level up, and then we take on Vileplume. Vileplume is not a one-hit. And look how much damage Petal Dance does. I think with one more, if I'd taken one hit from anyone else, probably would have been an issue. So we go straight from there, go get Surf, and then we take on Koga. Koga's gym, like I said, I always feel Koga's, his trainers in his gym are harder than he is. They have more variety. They have Psychic-type moves. There's just not... They don't really use a lot of Poison-type Pokemon like you'd expect from... Like, Drowsy's not Poison-type. He's Psychic. So it does not make sense why he's using a Psychic-type when he's a Poison-type Pokemon. and he's supposed to be in the poison gym. You didn't see people in Erica's gym. In Erica's gym, you didn't see people with psychic type or fire type. You just didn't see that. So I don't understand why in Coco's gym you have. I'm not going to complain because they're actually, I think they're slightly better Pokemon. They're better for that point in the game, and you need a little bit more experience. So it's good. I'm not going to complain about it. But yeah, we pretty much, I want to say we steamroll everything, but we beat everything pretty handily for the most part. And I'll kind of just let you guys watch this. I'm going to take a drink of my drink. And here we go. Now we're facing a Sandslash, just like us. And we face Arbok. Yeah, something happened there where I paused it and went away, so the clock stopped and everything stopped. So that's why I saw a blur there. And my transition, when I cut the video, I just make a quick transition, like a blur transition between scenes. And right now I'm holding on for dear life right now. Okay. Hanging on a whim. One hit knockout. Hypno's a 2-hit, I believe. Nope. Yep, 2-hit. And so I'm pretty sure we go back and heal. Now we're here to face what's his name? We actually fought this battle twice, and I'll be transparent. We fought it once, and the first time we accidentally clicked Slash, which was not a one-hit knockout. So then we got poisoned. Well, there was a smoke attack or a smoke screen. Missed us. They poisoned us. Then we knocked it out, and that really affected us the rest of the game. So there was one misclick that resulted in me getting a loss here. So just for extra experience, I went and battled these guys. I had time. I looked at the time on the clock, and I was like, you know what? I have plenty. I have a couple extra minutes. I could probably spare a minute or two and just go get some really good experience from these guys. This will take me literally like 1 or 2 minutes on the clock, but I can probably get at least another level or two leveled up. So I went ahead and did that. And like I said, these guys are pretty much a joke. There's nothing in here that's like super hard for me to do. And I have my 6th rival fight because I fight that optional one in the beginning. So I have my 6th rival fight coming up. My 6th rival fight, you got to be able to take out a couple of their Pokemon. Gyarados, he has Gyarados now. Gyarados can Hydro Pump and knock you out in one hit. Venusaur can knock you out in one hit. So you got to do something so you have one hit knockout. So this is where, and I don't show it, but we go get the move Swords Dance. You can get it on the 7th floor of Team Rocket Tower. You get it and you can teach it. And what it does is every time you initiate Sword Dance, it takes you from the attack stage you're at and goes up 2 stages. And if you do that 3 times, you can go up 6 stages, which makes your attack almost like unbearable. What it also does is because of the Badge Boost Glitch of Generation 1, it boosts all your other stats. So you'll see how that comes in very handy against Lance here in a little bit. But, okay, so we use Swords Dance, boost our attack. Pidgeot can't do anything to us. And then we use Rock Slide, and it does so much damage. It's a 1-hit. So then he throws out Gyarados, so much damage. It's a 1-hit. Throws out Growlithe, Body Slam, it's a 1-hit. Alakazam with the Body Slam, it's a 1-hit. Venusaur, Dig, it's a 1-hit. So we don't have to risk getting hit at all. So you mix in that Swords Dance with a Pokemon that already has over 100 base attack, and you throw in moves that are 100 base power, you're gonna be able to like steamroll through whatever you're facing in this game. So this is why Sandslash got good. Not only did his moveset's good, but in parts what you think like his moveset may not be powerful enough, or maybe he won't be able to take enough damage, you have an opportunity to even boost his moves even more than and make them even better than they are. That's what made Sandshrew so effective in this game, in my opinion. So a minute 18 minutes, we're at Giovanni. He throws out Rhyhorn, and we start it. Horn Attack doesn't do much to us, not a big deal. We got 2 in, and we're gonna go for Body Slam, 1-hit knockout. Kangaskhan, Rock Slide, it's a 1-hit knockout. Rhyhorn, Dig, a Dig should be a 1-hit knockout. It is. Nidoqueen, Rock Slide, it does 50 damage or half damage. Body Slam gets the knockout, and we level up and we beat. And so now we're going on to fight Blaine. And Blaine, I'm just gonna let it play through and talk. So Again, this happened. So 3 times in this video, I was so confident I didn't even go back and heal. So we're facing all these trainers. I am not even using the badge boost glitch. So that's kind of like the benefit of right now of what's going on in this video. Is I'm not using the badge boost glitch in every battle. There's some battles I have to do it every time in past playthroughs. In this one, I'm just getting the experience and fighting all of the trainers in this gym. I don't know how they're really trainers. It just seemed like people lost. 2 of them are thieves. Or burglars, and one's like a scientist. Why is he in there? He's doesn't make sense. But yeah, so we move on. We steamroll through this gym, and you're gonna see here in a minute. We get to the end where we have to fight Blaine, and I was like contemplating myself: do I go back and heal, or I do is face this guy? Because I'm not taking a lot of damage, and even when I do, I have potions. And I gotta use my potions up. I already bought them. It's not like I have to save them for like 9 different Pokemon later. It's one Pokemon. It's what's kind of nice about playing through with one Pokemon is all your money is allocated. All your resources are allocated to help that one Pokemon out. You don't have to worry about buying potions or revives to heal 4 different Pokemon. Heck, the other 3 Pokemon on your thing can be knocked out. You don't even need a revive. They can still do the jobs they needed to do, like fly and cut and stuff. So here we are. We're out of power points for Body Slam, which is fine. It happens. But we have Dig and we have Rock Slide. So now we go and we have 2 more trainers and then we can fight Blaine. And do we have 1 Dig left? I don't know. I wonder if I use a, no, I must have more than 1. Skadoosh, okay, and 1 more. I have 8 Dig left. Yeah. We don't need to go back and heal with 8 Dig and plenty of Rock Slide. We don't need to go back and do anything. So that's what I'm double checking right now is what he has. We don't need Body Slam to win. And so I save real quick just to make sure, just to be safe. So I'm rolling the dice here to get this knockout. And Growlithe. We're going to set up on Growlithe. Sword Dance, 1, 2, Rock Slide, Knockout. Is Ponytail a Rock Slide Knockout? Yes, it is. Is Rapidash a Rock Slide Knockout? I think I was contemplating Dig there for a second because it's a little stronger than Rock Slide. And Arcanine's a Rock Slide Knockout. So that's 3 pretty big battles that we had. Now, I honestly think we healed before we faced Sabrina. So I'm not going to sit here and lie about that one. We definitely healed before we faced Sabrina. We were at full health, 100% before we faced Sabrina. And so now we've Sword Stance twice. Now we Body Slam 2 Pokemon. Body Slam 3 Pokemon. And do we knock out Alakazam in 1 hit? We should. Unless he uses Reflect. But, yep, we got the knockout. So Sabrina and her whip. So now we're facing Giovanni. So at this point, I've got rid of Dig and used Earthquake. We can't use Dig for the out of battle awesomeness that it is. So now I just reverted to using Earthquake. That way we don't actually dig out of Victory Road or something. So as soon as I'm done with Erica, you can dig, or I'm sorry, Sabrina. As soon as you're done with Sabrina, I dig out. So knock out the first 2 Pokemon after setting up 3 Swords Dances. Knock out the 3rd Pokemon. Is Nidoking a knockout? It should be. Yes. And then Rhydon is the last one. I don't think it's a knockout. Oh, it is a knockout. Okay. So there we go. So now we're at level 53. We have plenty of rare candies. Now we're going to face our rival. The rival does not concern me as much as it should. The biggest concerns I've had have already been surpassed in this game. So rival. We have Sword Dance. Let's set up Sword Dance. Pidgeot can't do anything against us. So we've boosted our attack stat. And the only thing that could really hurt us, maybe, is the fact that we might level up, which would negate some of the stats raising, but it wouldn't negate our attacking stat that we just raised. Rock Slide is a 1-hit knockout. So everyone's getting 1-hit knockout after we've set this up. Earthquake should be a 1-hit. Alakazam should be a 1-hit knockout with Earthquake. And then the real question is, do we knock out Venusaur with a 1-hit? 1 hit, and we do. So perfect. So now we're on to the fight the Elite Four. And honestly, the Elite Four, not as big a problem as I thought. I thought the Elite Four would be a little tougher, but we're able to set up against the right Pokemon. I think I made a mistake here, if I remember correctly. Or I made a mistake, but it didn't cost us. One of these battles is very close. I think it's this one. It's this one. I'm confident in that now. Earthquake, one-hit knockout. Cloyster, not a one-hit. So this was very scary because he got me in that clamp, and he got me down to 3 hit points. I was like, shoot, I'm going to have to reset right here. But no, I was able to one-shot the Jinx, able to one-shot Slowbro. And in Lapras, it was tough, but dang, I won that one by a chest hair. I swear to God. So now, moving on to Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno very much, but I'll at least show you his battle. So basically, he has Onyx, and if my memory serves me, we take Onyx and we use Swords Dance to boost our attack. We're going to use a max elixir here soon, so using all these Sword Dances is not going to deplete. We have a lot of them anyway, so it doesn't matter. We use Earthquake on him. Hitmonchan is an Earthquake. Hitmonlee is Body Slam. One-hit knockout, yes. Onyx is an Earthquake. Yes, it is. And the last one, I don't know if it's a one-hit. It's a one-hit. So Sandslash is doing fantastic. I'm curious to see what happened if he didn't have Swords Dance. Would he be able to do this? So now I just did what I use as a strategy here. I gave myself a rare candy to prevent myself from leveling up if I do the badge boost glitch against Agatha. I don't think I do the badge boost glitch against Agatha. I don't think I have to. I might do it against Golbat just in one turn or whatever. But Rock Slide is a one. No, it's not a one hit. Okay. So now, he switched out. He probably could have done something to me. I don't know why I did that. So now I use Body Slam, knock him out. I don't think I need to use a badge boost against Arbok. No. So now all I have is Gengar. As long as Gengar doesn't put me to sleep or anything like that, we get the win. We didn't have the badge boost clear, so that was good. So now we fight Lance. Lance was tricky. Lance was a little bit tricky because he starts off with Gyarados. But I found a good strategy to beat him. So I thought doing Rock Slide would give me a 2-hit knockout, which it does. But the problem with that is the next Pokemon Dragonair, which is what I wanted to set up on, you're not going to one hit knock it out. Actually, you might have because that was a critical hit. So that strategy didn't work. So let's try Lance again. And I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. And let's try that again. So I realized that if I just go for... you'll see. I think I have one more battle doing it that way. So I go for Rock Slide again. It's not going to be a one-hit knockout. So he uses Hydro Pump. Because he is faster than me, he is hitting Hydro Pump every single time. So I can't rely on a miss. So now I get 2 knockouts because these moves are strong enough to knock these 2 out. Aerodactyl, however, outspeeds me. So how am I going to counter this? So I decided, I'm going to do it one more time. I think this is the one. I decided that what we're going to try instead is we're going to try to do the badge boost glitch first. Because with the badge boost glitch, maybe Gyarados doesn't do as much damage. And I could outspeed because it's going to boost my speed. So I missed attack there. I think I go right for the restart here. Yep. All right. So we're going to try it again. So now I'm going to go for the badge boost and use Swords Dance. The reason why is this is going to boost not only my attack, so I can one-shot Gyarados, but it's also going to up my defense. See how it was at 40 before, now it's at 69. So that's a one-hit knockout. So therefore, I should be able to one-hit knockout. Well, I can actually take a one more attack from Dragonair, so that's good too. But one-hit knockout, yep. One-hit knockout again with Earthquake. So now, because I boosted, I should be able to outspeed Aerodactyl and one-shot Aerodactyl. Yes, perfect. So now, in my stupidity, I went for Earthquake, which I shouldn't have done. I should have just gone for Rock Slide. And it would have been a 2-hit knockout anyway, but he heals. But it would have been a knockout. Body Slam and Rock Slide doing about the same. So we're good. We get the knockout. So that was where strategy really played in right there. So now we're facing our rival. A rival... I am very confident in this battle. Because we can boost our stats very quickly. As soon as we get Pidgeot out of the way, Pidgeot can't hurt us, basically. The only thing he can really do is maybe lower our accuracy, but he can't do a lot of damage to us. And I do one too many sword dances, but I do get the knockout one hit. So now the question is, do I steamroll through the entire team? Earthquake is a one hit with Alakazam. Yes, it is. Rhydon is a one hit with against Sandslash. Yes, it is. Gyarados is a one hit with Rock Slide. Yes, he is. Now here's the kicker. It's the last two. Arcanine, it's going to be a one-hit knockout. I'm confident in that one. But is Venusaur going to be a one-hit knockout with Earthquake? That's the question. And it's a one-hit knockout. So we beat the game with Sandslash in 1 hour. It's 1 hour and 40 minutes and some seconds. It's on par with some other Pokemon. I'll go over that here in a second as soon as I get the timer to stop. Now, I didn't stop the timer right on time. So usually I stop the timer exactly when it shows this, and I wasn't paying attention, and I didn't pause it right at the right time. So right here is when I'll pause it. So it's 1 hour and 41 minutes and like 7 seconds is the exact time. I just didn't pause the game. So now I'll just pause it right now, and I'll just talk over it. So what are my thoughts on this actual playthrough? I'm really blown away, honestly. I was blown away. I did not accept Sandshrew not only to be as good as he was, but to be as consistently good as he was throughout the entire game, and to be able to build a strategy with him, and that strategy worked very well. With whatever I did with him, whatever I did, whether it was like badge boosting, whatever it was trying to like rearranging moves to take out different Pokemon, he was just extremely effective in this game. And I've never played through with Sandshrew, and I'm very disappointed in that up to this moment that I've never played through with him. I thought he was a fantastic Pokemon. And if you look at the times in all my videos, there's only 3 Pokemon that are in this time tier. Sandshrew, Charizard, and Blastoise are the only 3 Pokemon in the 1 hour and 40 minute mark. And I'm pretty confident with not only Sandslash, but the other 2, I could probably shave about 5 or 10 minutes off of that maybe. But I gotta say, I'm not making this up. This is the most confidence I've had in the Pokemon, and maybe it's just me doing this so much, so take it as a grain of salt. The most confidence I've had in the Pokemon was probably playing with Sandslash. He was able to just steamroll things. I was able to leave places, and I didn't have enough health, and go into places without enough health, and be very confident I was going to win, and not have to worry too much about someone being able to attack me or knock me out or whatever. So very, very good playthrough. I'm not shocked. Once I started seeing the playthrough, its stats, I was like, okay, this Pokemon looks like it can do some things. Once it gets Slash, this one part of the game is going to be taken care of. Once you get Dig, this one part of the game is going to be taken care of, and Body Slam. So you have a lot of stuff that you can do. So really enjoyed this playthrough. I want to thank everyone for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, notification bell. You get videos like this all the time. And follow me on Twitter, Instagram. You know the whole shtick. And thank you for watching JD's NerdVerse. Stay tuned. The next Pokemon I play through as will be Nidoran. I think it's Nidoran female. I'm going to do a video where I compare Nidoran male and Nidoran female. And I don't think it's going to be pretty for the Nidoran female because her moveset early is really going to cost her. But I want to thank everyone for watching, and have a good one. See ya.